Hi everyone, this is BDevine and welcome to information about semester 2, and this is the Light Leaders Academy, of course, and this is helping us to channel with the angels, and also I'm teaching my method of 100% successful past life regression therapy, which includes teaching you about the healing chambers. So I'm going to explain more about both of these different subjects. And the only prerequisite to starting semester 2 is that you need to be enrolled in semester 1 or finish semester 1, and then you get access to semester 2. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because your foundation is all through semester 1. I don't want to have to keep on wasting time, just repeating things a lot in semester 2 that we've already done and covered in semester 1. So this is going to be really important for you to make sure that you at least have a grasp of, the first few weeks of semester 1 to move into semester 2. Okay, so you can do this at any time, these courses at any time. But I hadn't told you very much about semester 2 in itself. So I want to do that today and explain, you're going to be kind of blown away what we're going to be going through in semester 2. And it's not just a little bit over here, and this is going to be quite concentrated because I'm actually using two methods, and I want you to have an understanding of both methods before you finish semester 2. This is an 8 to 10 week program, and I say 8 to 10 weeks, it may even be a little longer, depending on how well you are all grasping the information in semester 2. So what's semester 2 all about? Okay, I'm going to screen share with you right now. We're going to look at this together. Okay, so basically, this is the Light Leaders Academy semester 2. And in the Light Leaders Academy, I also have a lot of other different smaller courses that people can take at any time. Okay, I will be adding to this frequently. So let me begin by reading this with you. Light Leaders Academy Semester 2 begins the 1st of June, start anytime after that date, okay? And we will probably have our first call on that Sunday after the 1st of June, the first Sunday, to touch base with everybody. So the only prerequisite is to have completed or enrolled in semester 1. I do have a package for semester 1 and 2 as a package group together, if anyone's interested in that. So continue the outstanding spiritual training and therapies like no other. There is nothing else like this that's going to teach you this way, and you may already realize that, because if you've done semester 1, you were kind of blown away by the sheer amount of knowledge that was coming through, exercises for you to do, things that you were clearing and healing within yourself. And semester 2, although will not have so many different subjects, it will be as equally as intensive and things that you can use to begin your journey with healing, spiritual therapies, of course, working with people in this way, okay? So this is going to run approximately 8 to 10 weeks. It will include Zoom calls and support, tons of meditations. There will be PDFs. So every lesson will have a PDF, and you can skip through that PDF, download the PDF. You don't have to watch everything. And when you log into your account, you can almost pull the play bar across anything that you want to just finish and get to the next level, right? To the next lesson. So you can do that if you're stuck somewhere. Bonus mentoring session and coaching is, if needed, anytime. There's a separate price plan for this. Otherwise, if you are just planning to call or have a call with me, it would be at the top price. It's not going to be at the price that's really discounted for the course, okay? So you're going to learn how to channel with your angels safely and expertly. to help yourself and others. And these two subjects of channeling and regression therapy are over $2,000 worth of study alone. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't do it. I did 2 levels of Dolores Cannon's work and with her before she passed away, and it cost me a fortune. And it was basically just a day's workshop, especially for level 2. It was kind of like a day and a half, I guess. And for level 1, I did it all online. So it was a lot, okay? Over 31 years of training on various methods have led me to the perfect ways to teach you spiritually, to help you to have success, to move you into the next levels of yourself in your own journey, and you're able to spur other people on in their journey as well. You'll learn how to safely perform past life regression therapy right from the home with someone over the phone. And I'm going to explain how this works, all the etiquette that comes involved with it, all the things that could happen, like troubleshooting. You will also have some sections where I will be doing a recording and showing you what it's like to have a difficult client, for example, okay? There's methods and ways of doing this that I'm going to give you those secrets, all right? This has, by the way, I cannot teach quantum healing hypnosis therapy. That's Dolores's method. I've generated my own, and I've had to because of the whole C19 and, I've had people coming to my house in the past and I don't like it. It's just not for me. So to keep safety issues at hand as well, and not to have people know where you live, you are going to have to do some things and learn how to do things over the phone, okay, over sessions. So you will learn how to safely perform this, okay? And I'll be sharing healing methods, meditations for your growth on the way. So you'll have other things that you can go on with later and practice with. It's going to be up to you to put these things into practice, however. So tons of knowledge as a normal, okay? So what do we learn in this semester? Now, this is key because I haven't told you any of this yet. So semester 2 is all about deepening your skills, which will help you with your spiritual therapies. In semester 1, I was setting you up to perform spiritual therapies in the most beautiful 3-part way. You must practice these methods to get really, really good at it. So it's second nature and you're not always wondering about whether you're getting something right or wrong, right? This brings outstanding knowledge and application in your life that helps you ultimately. Then you're able to help everyone. People will need the extra assistance and support that you're going to be able to provide. It's time for your abilities to unfold and help guide the world in true leadership. Because what we're seeing at the moment is people who are leading with fear. They are leading with an agenda. They are opening up their vibration to all kinds of things. They are not teaching any grounding methods. They are not teaching protection methods. They are not teaching you to have confidence. Okay, and those are infiltrated from dark energies, like dark energies coming forward and placing themselves in the spiritual communities. So we have to stand out from the crowd. Our 2 main focuses are channeling and past life regression therapy, BDevine's own method. Channeling, okay? So the channeling section of this semester is going to change the way that you do everything. When you learn how to channel the angels correctly, you will then be able to use this tool to help your clients in a unique way. Once you know how to channel, you don't need psychics. You don't need to ask anyone any questions. If you are channeling correctly, all of the answers are laid out for you without limitation. So your angels are not going to limit you on your experiences. So they can't tell you every single tiny detail of the future. okay? Because that limits your experience. And this is another reason why I don't do what they call predictions, even though I could probably do that and have done it in the past, but I don't like doing it because I don't want to send out an energy that is going to affect other people and limit their experience. Everything has to be, hey, this is what I feel, but you do what you want. When you're working with the angels, they will guide you through your life like never before. When you learn how to channel correctly, you will use this tool always, I'm telling you, and you will also use it for your therapy, spiritual therapy that you've learnt in semester 1, and you will be able to use it in semester 2 with past life regression therapies. Why? Because you'll be able to channel into your client's past life and help them as they move through the process. And I'll explain, there's different methods of doing that, okay? So learning to do this safely and with your everyday life will enrich your life and enable many things to take place. The angels will be working with, your angels you will be working with will also assist with special activations connected to your unique frequency. Basically, they're going to get you ready to receive each level of channeling. I mean, this is awesome. When I learnt through a lady many years ago to do channeling, she did it in a completely different way than I taught myself. And the way that she did it was to allow an angel or a spirit guide to step inside of your physical body. And that is so dangerous, especially for people who don't know any better. They're just starting out on the journey and, you know, here you go, channeling this thing into your body, okay? So they're going to help to activate you and connect in with your own special, unique frequency and signature of light. They know what you need. They know how to fine tune you if you've done this before. They know how to give you the confidence if, you know, you don't have any. And if you're just starting out working with a lot of people, you want to have this training behind you. It will help you so much as you're moving forward. So we'll be learning about the different types of channeling. We'll be learning automatic writing. That is going to be your main focus. I'll teach you many other things as well. We will be using intuitive messaging, and you're going to be questioned on different things. You'll have to, you know, answer certain little exercises as we're going along to test your intuition, of course, and to test your connection with the divine. There'll be healing advice and exercises. There'll also be advanced methods from semester 1. So if you're moving into semester 2 from semester 1 and you think it's just going to be channeling and angels, think again. We will be doing some extra classes that are different to semester 1 classes, okay? And I will be teaching you some things live, and you'll get a chance to talk with me live as well, okay, about these different things that we're going to do. So I'll be adding them in. Healing advice and exercises, right? So you will be able to channel easily and beautifully and use this as a tool to expand your abilities and open your healing abilities even more. It really shows you how connected you really are when you can do this channeling method correctly, okay? And at the end of this video, I'll give a short channeled message for you all and just show you how easy it is, okay? So it opens up the abilities to those next levels. Semester 1 opened you up 90%. This is just going to be like, okay? It's a different level of awareness, and it sets you apart from others. And if that's how you found me, because I was different to other people, great. Then that's exactly what you will be like as well, right? So more as we move through the course. There's always more, okay? Past life regression therapies by BDevine. We cannot call this quantum healing hypnosis therapy. It cannot be anything to do with Dolores Cannon. This is my method. Nobody has it. Nobody uses it. It's completely different. And it's a unique way of healing and helping yourself and your clients. An amazing practice that you can use anytime. You can have 100% success every time. If by chance you have done the Dolores Cannon QHHT, if you've done it, this is going to help you 1,000-fold, because you don't have to do it where Dolores wants you to do everybody in person. This is going to allow you to have freedom. Where Dolores speaks about the somnambulistic minds, you will learn it in a different way. Okay, you're going to learn everything in a different way, and it's going to be so much easier for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see. Using my unique healing method, okay, I have devised a foolproof and supportive healing tool that you and your clients will love. My method differs as it focuses mostly on the healing chambers, and of course 3 sessions, not 1, which assists your clients in understanding their issues and themselves so much better and heals them from almost anything. If it is in their soul contract to heal, that is what happens, okay? If it's in their soul contract, meaning they wrote it into this life, that they could get past this situation. Sometimes we write things into our life that we are never going to get past because we wanted something to be debilitating for us. So we may not get through the, let's just say, the physical problem, but we learn how to cope and we don't suffer. You see, there's always a way out of everything. So much profound emotions and support comes through these sessions. I am telling you, you're going to have to deal with people crying with joy, with relief, with sadness in some cases over the phone, and not freak out about it, okay? And I'll be demonstrating how to do it from start to finish. From start to finish, there's quite a lot here. Okay, I can't emphasize that enough, that you will have to take notes and, pay attention and understand, like we were learning before, don't overthink anything. That is like rule number 1. But I'll explain it. So we will ease our way into this, okay? Not only will you be learning my wonderful methods to remotely help your clients, you will also be astounded at the results for yourself. Remembering that you can use this technique as you're going to sleep once you learn how to do it properly. You could use it through meditation, but you cannot teach it and you can't share it with anybody else and give them all of the information about it, okay? Later on, I'll be teaching courses where you can, take this method and teach it, etc. But for now, I'm the only one that is authorized to teach the system. So I will be demonstrating how to do it. Not only will we be learning these methods, but you will get these results yourself, okay? Anyone can do it, anyone. It doesn't matter. And the world truly needs your expertise and your willingness to help now. You've seen what's going on, we've seen what's been happening. And people are going to be very, very surprised with just how nasty many of the agendas have been. So here are some benefits. This is the good part, okay? These benefits of past life regression therapies. Already there have been astounding breakthroughs and certain medical miracles, and here are just some of these. Healing of psoriasis and skin issues, right? I've seen psoriasis that was caked in between fingers and like in the ears and all up into the face. The person told me they had it everywhere. But after a week or 2 of listening to their recording, that you get a recording with this, of course, when you do a session with someone, you record the session for them. That's part of their healing. And within a week, 10 days, they were losing patches like of the psoriasis. They also were given advice about their diet and their diet and they were given advice about things that they were connecting with as stress points, etc. So they were given all of the advice, and it's up to your client if they're going to do it or not. Okay, so people who still struggle with problems after a healing, especially with this thorough healing, they just didn't want to really have the healing. They want to live a life, sadly, there's some people like it, that want to live a life complaining. So, of course, it didn't work for them, or this didn't happen, or whatever. But you know, deep down, that when you connect with your client in this session, when you learn how to do this, you're going to be able to tell everything that they need to hear for their growth. You're going to be able to know because you're a channel. Okay, you're going to be knowing what the angels are saying to them. You're knowing what needs to happen with them. You're waiting for them to actually realize this themselves. I can't tell you how profound the healing is. And afterwards, I will explain a little bit about things that I went through myself and my husband as well. So digestion problems. This one's quite an easy one to fix, and it doesn't come back again. Okay, this is what you're going to have to get through your head, is that when this healing takes place, unless the person wants it back so badly, I don't know why, but it has happened on a couple of occasions. Unless the person wants it back, it just goes away, and the person's going to try to test it, and I'll explain as well a little bit more. So digestion problems are kind of easy. It's usually an emotion behind everything that's going on physically, and it's just a matter of tapping into those emotions. People with memory problems, I've had dementia patients, Alzheimer's, I haven't gotten to yet because it's Alzheimer's. So that's the only thing. I'd love to, because that can also go away as well. Hair loss, I've dealt with a lot of girls with alopecia, men with, pattern bald, what is it called? Male pattern balding. And, just different things that were going on that was causing hair to fall out. Backbone, swelling of the bones, swelling of the joints, the muscles, eyesight, complete spinal fusions healed. One of my clients, a female, actually young girl, she has her entire spine fused. And we did a lot of shamanic work. We did a little bit of this work here. And the shamanic and going into the healing chambers, we completely energetically rebuilt her spine. This girl had her back, fused from top to bottom, literally. There's not much movement when you've got steel in your back. It's a painful thing. My husband has the bottom part of his back fused, but that is nothing compared to this girl. I am telling you now, all right? So she had the thing. I'm still friends with her on Facebook. I'm going to ask her at some point if I can get a testimony from her, because it was amazing. I guess between a month and 3 months down the track, she was running. She was getting married. She drove her car from one side of the country to the other, which she couldn't do before. Imagine sitting in the car and all that. She can do anything. She was even doing stuff on the beach like cartwheels and all this this is just unheard of. She doesn't take one pain medicine anymore. She just doesn't, it's gone. I just can't explain that. I know when I had my lower back problem as well, sort of off to the side in my hip, when I first did the past life regression on myself, I was just going to sleep, sort of accepting any healing and, going to sleep like this happened for this person, someone in the course. I know that this can happen for me. And I woke up, and when I woke up, I couldn't believe it, because I could actually grab my feet and do my shoelaces and put my feet off the bed before I would have to sort of pick my legs up and move them because they were so stiff, right? So all this was going on, and I was able to run. I, could bend and do gardening. I was just back to normal, and I had a 13-year problem. So it still hasn't come back. That was in 2013. So that's a long time for it to be gone. The only time I feel it now is if someone actually does a massage or something. I'm like, whoa, I can feel where that was, but I don't feel any pain at all, right? It's hard to explain. Also, my husband with his spinal fusion, we did a couple of different past life regression sessions and shamanic healing, which I will be teaching you all later on down the track. But we did a couple of shamanic healing sessions and a golden spine. We recreated a golden spine in his back. When I say we, it's his light team, his higher self, my light team, and my higher self. Okay, there's a lot going on in that energy, and was able to fix it. Now, after that point, so that was in 2018. Yeah. Okay, so that was in May in 2018. And then, no, August in 2018, sorry, just after I'd gotten out of hospital myself. So I'd come back to the United States and did this. And since then, it took probably another 6 months, 7 months. And my husband was completely off of pain medications, doesn't need to see a pain doctor, is not in pain management anymore, doesn't take anything. He even has a hard time taking ibuprofen because he knows that it's something. So when we're feeling something in our body, it's either our emotion, we're picking up on someone else's vibration, which means that we haven't cleared ourselves and protected ourselves properly. There's something planetary going on, or there's something trying to get our attention. Okay. So the backbone and everything can heal. You can heal anything within your body. You just have to know why it's there. And that's what this therapy does. Okay. It pulls it out of you. Get off medications, as I said. Eyesight restored. Now, I don't know how many times this has worked. This is something that I'm going to work on next, because I noticed, just little slight things where I feel like I'm squinting a little bit more at times. So it's just something I forget to do with myself. But as I'm telling you, you've got to do it yourself. You've got to do it on yourself and practice these methods all the time. So yeah, the eyesight, I've seen amazing experiences with eyesights. Knee cartilage in the legs. This is one of my specialties. For me personally, I can pick up on someone's knees and spine, usually chest as well, really, really well. That is something that I clued into a while ago now. So knees, putting cartilage back in the body, anything is possible. The liver, the kidneys, the ribs that have been broken and scarred, scarring on the lungs, fears, phobias, anxieties, all of this just goes away. Total body healing, gone. Okay, so cancer, it doesn't matter what kind of cancer. Okay, this is the soul's choice to heal this, though. All right, so you know my story, maybe you don't, but my own cervical cancer at age 24, and having that and having to go, like they were scaring me, the doctors, the hospitals, like having to go back a lot to have smears and all these things, and I just refused. So that was back when that's coming up 23 years ago that happened, right? And here I am, better than ever. Probably actually look better than I did back then when I was 24. And that was the weirdest find. I had a problem with my son's birth, my third son's birth, and they did not get all of the placenta out of my physical body. And so it started to go septic. And by 18 days later, I was back in surgery. And when I went back in to get it all, luckily, because I was septicemic going on at this point, that's when they were able to see it. So if I hadn't said anything, I may not have never caught it or anything like that. And I probably would have gone because of the poisoning. Okay. So total body healing happens here. You can't instantly get skinny if you're eating ice creams all day. Do you know what I'm saying? You will be given advice on what it is that is causing a weight gain with you. But it's not going to fix your problem if you're still going to abuse yourself. So this is something that you'll have to understand, and your clients are going to have to really understand as well. You know, sometimes when clients come forward or their friends, you know, they don't really know anything about me and they expect some kind of miracle because their friend had it. And it's like, no, well, you know, you've got to work on this. Miracle energy is right there, but you've actually got to accept it. It's harder than you might think, okay? And you may be blocking it more than you realize, but if you understand your own blockages, you will actually begin to understand your clients' blockages as well. So emotional issues on every level, any past life issues, and karmic clearing. Because anything that's going on with you physically, okay, has a root in the past. It could be your childhood in this life and something that you are suppressing, or it could be deeper than that, most likely deeper than that. What you're going to find is 99.9% of people need a past life regression therapy, and they will need it, you know, when they have especially got a lot of problems emotionally, when they have a problem psychologically, when they have, you've done the clearings and you've done other things, and you know, you've done all your work from semester 1, and they still seem to be complaining and not understanding. This is when you need to be like, right, we need to take you to the healing chambers and get rid of some stuff here, right? And let them feel and experience healing, because there are ways that you can give your client a true experience that they cannot deny. Okay, it is truly magical what happens. So cell regeneration, so you start looking younger the more light you have in your body, okay, the more younger, youthful you look. Any issue that a person can think of, this can be cleared if it's part of their soul journey. You can also invoke other ways to help to clear any promises that you might have made as well, so that you can live life, okay? So for example, just recently, the end of last year, my husband had cataract surgery. Before he had, hang on just a moment. Okay. So before he had the cataract surgery, we did some work on his eyesight. The message that he was receiving was that afterwards, so they did some healing on him. The message that he was receiving is it's still a good idea to go, and you'll be fine getting the surgery now. And what they did was they fixed the light that was getting to his retinas. Okay? If, for example, that wasn't healed, so if that energy wasn't clear, he wouldn't have been able to have the surgery on his eyes. They would have said, no, it's too late. You can't have this. If there's no light getting to your retina, it's not worth, you know, doing the whole surgery thing. You see how that worked? So here you are thinking, oh, the healing didn't work. When if they hadn't have fixed his retinas, then he would never be able to have gotten the surgery. A lot of people with eyesight problems and that, they simply don't believe. You know, back problems. I know my husband was just like, I can't believe that all I've got to do is, you know, really just accept this healing, be really positive, and try to watch what I'm saying, you know, my declarations and things. I'm just shocked that it's actually going to be that easy, right? And that's the hard part to get through, that there is, you know, the healing's taken place. It has to unfold and integrate. But, you know, this person, if you train them in the correct way, they will hear your voice. I'm sure people hear my voice, you know, when they go into the bathroom or something, like, well, why are you thinking that way? Or, why don't you try to change the words that you're using? Or, well, let's just keep on declaring that, shall we? When people say, God, my life just sucks. Okay, we'll just keep on, now it will. Okay, we'll just keep going with that energy. So the way you retrain your thoughts, the way that you do everything will change. Okay, and your clients will just thrive on this. They will thrive on it because you're excited. When I first started learning my method and doing it my own way, and the relief of having to do it in Dolores's way and all this was gone. Doing it in my own way and recreating the way in which we receive and all of this stuff suited me. And because it was easy for me to remember, it was easy for me to help clients with it, like to bring it forth for them, right? So this is what's going to happen to you as well. I'm just going to go back to where we were. Okay. Here I am. Right. So you'll be taught how to speak to your clients and how to give life-changing regression sessions safely and securely. No need to have clients in your home. I have devised this beautiful way of doing this over the phone, so both of you are comfortable and at ease. And this eliminates so many issues, right? So jump into offering others assistance and really get results. Special, gosh, I can't, I'm trying to say my own writing. Special extra methods will be explained as we move through the course. Change the course of your life and become the leader that you have always been. These therapies that I'm offering, I'm probably only going to offer semester 1 and 2 this year, right? They're just too big. And in between, I will probably offer other courses as well. They're not going to be as comprehensive as what's in the semester for you. You get so much information, it would just be thousands and thousands of dollars to study anywhere else. That is where I stand, of trying to get people to understand their own abilities, right? Like trying to understand your own abilities, your own way of doing things, that this is going to be things that change the healing aspect inside of yourself, activate the healer within you. And when someone comes to you with a problem, you are going to have the answers. I personally thought everybody kind of like had the answers or had integrity. But you find out very, very quickly that not many people do hold integrity, because everything is about, it's just about how many times the person can come back, or not really listen. Like, for example, if I had a client that is not listening to me after they've had, sessions and doing this, then they didn't want to listen in the first place. They just wanted my attention. And that's a hard lesson to understand. Right? It's like you give something to someone sometimes and it's very simple. But because it's very simple and people think that you are just pulling their leg or something, right? But the people that actually go ahead and, 99% of my clients just go ahead and soar, right? And they're just doing it. And some of you are here in these semesters and you're just doing it. You're just doing you don't care what anyone else is doing, because you know that your heart lies in the right place, that your integrity is intact, that you're doing everything from the heart. But you can't do everything for your client, right? As much as you may want them to have healing, if you haven't explained the process of healing to them well enough, they will doubt themselves and thereby doubt you. Because the biggest thing that our conscious mind will do is talk us out of anything that's good for us. Anything that's good for us. A person, a method, a course. Our conscious mind will say, well, you don't need to do that. You can just look it up online, or you can just go to the library and get that. No, you can't, right? Our conscious mind will say, I can just do it later. I can, I think I've got enough skills. Well, where is everybody? Okay. Why are you still going through things you're going through? Right. So I used to be the same way. Don't worry. Years and years ago, when I started being online, because I've been doing this for a long time, but online is a different story. I started being online. I was nervous. Like I was like, who's going to listen to me? How am I going to stand out with so many people? Back then, there was a lot of different authors that had their own YouTube, and I'm like, no, Doreen Virtue's there. No one's going to listen to me. And then Doreen Virtue fell off I don't know what she was doing. Some kind of fear or an agenda kicked in. But, like you would think no one's going to listen. And I knew, and the angels even explained this in the early days, Becky, just be yourself. Don't try to be anything other than yourself. If you like to do things really thoroughly, don't change it. If you have a different method of healing, don't change it. Do it your way. And so by grasping this information, okay, you'll be able to find your flow and your way to move forward. As you can see, there's a ton of information in semester 2. We move through it slowly in the beginning, and then we're going to start getting right into it with some different case studies and things that we're going to be looking at. You will see examples. My husband's going to be the difficult client, or I don't know what he's going to do to me. So, we'll have help, and we'll have some things, and I'll have some other people that I will ask to volunteer to do a session that you guys can hear. There is a session that you can hear that I was given permission to use that is at my website, but I'll actually also put that later on in semester 2 for you to listen to. And you can hear how some people go through their journey as well. That's why the channeling with the angels needs to come in. You need as many angels as you can get, right? Because of the way in which they are going to help you do the method. Focus on the energy. Focus on helping the person to actually have results. This is a 3-session situation when it comes to the past life regression therapy. I usually do 1 consultation and 3 past life sessions, okay? And that way the person is not under pressure to get it done in one, and neither are you, okay? It gives you a time to understand how they think, how they flow, how they move through things. And then you're able to come up with a plan of action for them and a way in which you're going to take the healing and help them as your channeling starts to come through, okay? Again, anyone who doesn't have a result is lying to themselves and sabotaging the outcome, okay? You've got to remember that this works instantaneously because you're not doing anything. This is not about you putting your hands on someone and healing them. This is much greater than all of us. And I will explain, and I will even show you some different examples of what can really happen as well. So as you can see, semester 2 is full, a lot like semester 1, maybe not quite 12 weeks. I don't know yet. We will see how we go. In the meantime, there will also be courses on doing card readings. There'll be courses on different methods of Reiki that are just short, small courses. You will get the PDF, you can teach it, you can share it with your clients. You can hold classes with those Reiki methods as well, okay? There will be other things on my shamanic healing methods, deeper methods of healing. You've got all of your abilities, everything, past life stuff as well, a little bit more, spiritual mastery, all kinds of smaller courses. And these big semesters will be done in these chunks like this. This is where you get the most value, is working in these semesters and also being able to do it with the payment plan. That was something that was really important. And unfortunately, because of the suppression and the squashing that I was getting from different platforms, it was including payment platforms as well. So now that I've cleared all that away, things are working again. So just like that. So it's amazing. There is nothing that will prepare you for the amount of miracles you are going to have. You might have heard me talk about the cancer situation with myself. That's just one story of multiple stories. My husband's spinal fusion, my friend who's had the full spinal fusion themselves, all kinds of things that they were going to operate on, cleared out before the person needs it. There are people that go through the past life regression therapy, as I said, have an amazing session and then go and attach themselves right back to fear. Again, this is not going to be the warning from your divine light team. Your spiritual light team are never going to say, well, now you can just be really afraid, because that's not really going to happen, right? That's going to be coming from you and your client. And there's going to be ways in which you have to really, really show through example, through understanding and wisdom, just what can happen if they just let go of control. And this may mean that you, because of semester one, having those therapies with semester one, that you really make sure that they've gathered all of this information and understood what you're trying to teach them and show them and heal them with before you start the past life regression therapy. So that's just like the icing on the cake. I'm telling you, there's nothing that you can think of that can't be healed. It's just the person's capacity to understand and believe in it. Because if they don't, they will sabotage themselves. And therefore, you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, what's happening? You will know that it's happened, and you will have to go back and, sort of talk with them and talk them through things, right? But we'll have more about different troubleshooting and all kinds of things as we go through. Of course, you're not alone in this course. This one, we don't do weekly Zoom calls, because we will have a section where we're going to be doing lessons for the advanced level one. So there'll be things, if people from level one don't come over to level two, they're not going to see those extra techniques. Okay. And probably every 2 weeks we will connect on the phone. Okay, because that's going to be exciting. So before I finish, I told you I was going to channel a message. Okay, so I'm on the spot now. I'm actually going to use a Lemurian crystal for this one, and I'm going to use a aura light in my other hand. Okay, so I will close my eyes, get a message for you all. Greetings, dear ones. This is Archangel Michael. Much love and respect we bring to you. You are about to begin a brand new journey in your life, but it's been taking your whole life to get to this point of expansion. As one of your guardian angels, I come with the power of many thousand angels to tell you that part of your destiny is to help others, but also, most importantly, to understand yourself on every single level. And if you don't understand yourself, how can you possibly understand others? At this time, there are many things that are going to challenge a person. There are many thoughts that are intrusive, come forward out of nowhere, it seems. Just do your best to remain calm and positive in every way. There will be new information that you will be able to uncover as you move forward. And each one of you are specially gifted for just this work right now. You don't need to feel like you are in a race to finish this, to begin this, to start this, or to start that. You begin at your own pace. When you're ready for the ultimate expansion in your energy, in your healing, in your vibration, in your life, then this will be here for you. There are reasons why you are here also. And you may not believe the things that you're going to be able to do. Heck, you may not believe the things you are already able to do. And yet there's always more learning. There's always more growing. There's always more change. Many people are negative towards others right now, and especially those who are expressing themselves in a spiritual capacity. Many don't understand and are instead reacting out of fear and doing what they believe to be the normal way of life. So by you taking a chance on yourself and expanding, who you are in every single way, you are inspiring more people than you know, and people that you didn't even believe were watching in your direction. People are going to ask you what you are doing, what's your secret, and you will simply be able to say that you made a choice and you decided to put yourself first. And this is one of the most important choices of any soul's journey. And you've done it now in the most important time on this planet of change. And this will activate you and anchor you into your future. For many of you, there is so much information that things can be overwhelming. And this is when you need to bring yourself into your awareness, into your place of receiving and protection every single day. Because when you do not do this, gradually, it will creep up with you. At first, you may not notice much of a difference, but all of a sudden you may find yourself expressing yourself differently, feeling unwell, hurting in one way or another, and perhaps taking this out on other people without meaning to do so. So, make sure that you put yourself first wholeheartedly, and that you understand that you are each gifted, capable, you are each able to change this world one person at a time, and that person has to be you. I am always with you. With much love, Archangel Michael. Okay? So there is this constant message with the angels of our capabilities. There's no limits. Okay? We can do anything, and that the world needs us. And we're going to see that more and more and more. Okay? So get ready to be busy if you are taking on this training. At the same time, you also, if you do this work, I will also be promoting you all as light leaders. And eventually, down the track, when everything changes and the time is correct, I would like to open wellness centers using these methods to help people, where they can come in and learn from someone like yourself who is trained in these methods, because there is only one of me. And I really feel the need for all of you to have this training, and for me to become more in a teaching role rather than always being the practitioner and not being able to get enough done. Now I will be able to help teach you all and help train you all into the light leaders that you already are. So get ready for, there will be a couple of lessons each week, maybe more than 2, okay? And it all starts June 1st, 2022. So looking forward to an extremely healing time with you all. And I hope that this explains a little bit more about what you will be doing and how much of a gift this is to you all as well, okay? Until the next time, many blessings. Bye for now. and see you soon.